Every so often, you will come across a game that you know nothing about, yet you know it will stay with you. Something you know that after you play, you'll wish you could discover all over again. A game that keeps a little piece of you. A game that takes a little piece of itself with you. A game like Season, a letter to the future. And that is precisely why I'm here today, making a video and telling you not to watch it. It's tough for me to talk about a game I love when telling you about it might ruin your own experience. But now that you're here, and evidently daring to stay, I will do my best to tell you exactly what is needed so you know if this is a game for you. In fact, I know that this is far from a game for everyone. If you want fast-paced action, there are hundreds of games out there for you, and this is not one of them. Chances are you're like me, wondering if a fairly short game is worth its price tag. The trailer doesn't exactly give much away, and now that I've played it, I can see why. It's tough to reveal or review a game about discovery when discovering it for yourself is the best part. If you want to avoid knowing anything to do with the plot, then skip ahead to here, but for everyone else, this is just enough to introduce you to Season. You are about to leave your hometown for the first time in your life. It may even be the first time ever that someone has left this town since the season began. You're leaving because your friend has had a dream that tells of this season ending and a new one beginning. In this game, season doesn't refer to a predictable change of weather. It relates to an age or an era that can span many years, and this is the only season you have ever known. You know that the world is about to change in unpredictable ways, and you want to preserve as much of it as you can. The town elder agrees to let you leave on the condition that you take your findings to the museum vault. And so you're free to go. Free for the first time and perhaps the last time to experience the whole world. You ride out of town, and on your journey you will encounter mysterious yet beautiful places, come across animals and people, learn about the world around you, but mostly you are alone. You capture the world through your lens, your recorder and your scrapbook, with every new step of your journey earning a page. While relatively short in length, Season is a game that encourages stillness, mindfulness and appreciation about each small thing. The collecting and scrapbooking make the game personal to everyone that plays, and as someone who genuinely scrapbooks in real life, perhaps it feels extra special. It's something I haven't seen used in a game before and allows each person or each playthrough to be slightly different. Collecting for your journey also feels great. The creators really made this the perfect cozy ASMR exploration game, enabling us to record the sounds of owls, frogs, crickets, waterfalls, thunderstorms, music played by the wind. And the camera function, while being simple, is so satisfying if you're playing with a PlayStation controller, as the right trigger button definitely comes close to a film camera's snap. Season is far from perfect, so I wanted to touch on a few things that I encountered, but also bear in mind that some of these things might be my own fault. The easiest one to pick on is that the protagonist feels a bit slow to move, but since this game is meant to be slow, perhaps this is on purpose. Twice while playing, I also seemed to get myself and my bike stuck on an invisible ledge, but it was easy to exit the game and jump back in exactly where I left off. I noticed too that options to become unstuck and to retrieve your bike exist, so while this may happen, it's really easy to fix. Sometimes too, the graphics fuzzed around unnaturally. Sometimes there was lag, but these issues may be more myself than the game since I'm recording on a laptop with a fairly small memory and we had some super hot days that probably added to my laptop's stress. While I think these graphical issues are therefore my fault, it definitely took away from the game as gliding around on my bike and taking in the scenery is one of the best parts, so bear this in mind if you would be playing on a challenged laptop as well. Perhaps the largest gripe I have is actually just wishing that this game was longer. The game feels exactly big enough for its length, but knowing my purpose is to document the world, I would have liked to document more of it. Characters acknowledge more places that are out there, and I'm intrigued to learn more about them than I'm able. Perhaps this game was once planned to explore more places, or perhaps it was always meant to feel intimate. Either way, I could have explored and scrapbooked for hours and wouldn't have minded one bit if the current ending was only about a third of the way through the story. Exploration felt fairly linear in the beginning and then totally opened up so I could do things in any order I liked. The game did a great job at feeling like everywhere I went was the right direction and around every corner there was something new to explore. Exploration feels light as you glide across gorgeous landscapes, and yet the mystery and the history feels heavy. Each revelation and mystery is well balanced, so while I am always learning about the world, there is something else I'm excited to discover. The world has a magic about it like Breath of the Wild, where nature has taken over and people are far and few between, except the ruins of this game feel much more familiar. Something I didn't realise while playing through Seasons is that there are in fact 2 endings, and while both of them feel right and are pretty similar, they do have very different impacts. If you'd like to learn what they are, I have linked a video below, but of course this will spoil everything, so that is completely up to you. I enjoyed my time playing Season, A Letter to the Future so much, and I see myself wanting to rediscover it in the future. When my memories of playing become hazy, I know I will still remember the peace I felt while exploring. It is a super laid-back game that lets you go at a pace that suits you, which is probably why, while it's 5 hours in length on how long to beat, most of the Steam reviews come in at double. I think that this alone is a great testimony to the nature of Season. A game about the past, a game about the future, but most of all the present. A game you can come away from feeling richer, calmer, peaceful. It is a game that encourages discovery, slow, intimate moments, and making the most of now.
Is it recording?
Yes.
Okay. How to leave home for my daughter. Find a sacred square of earth. Lay down so you have the dirt at your back. Close your eyes. Close everything. Do you see for yourself? You see for the dead, for the unborn. Do you listen for yourself? You listen for the dead, for the unborn. Your ancestors are in that dirt. All the living and all the dead are holding you up. Now, stand. They're still there, aren't they? It's time to move, to entangle yourself everywhere with everyone. So the next time you lay down in the dirt, you will have so much more to tell them.
Hi everyone, Coco here. I really hope that you enjoyed that review. It is something a little bit different for me to do. I saw this as dipping my toe into video essays and reviews, and I wanted to start with a new game that I really adored, and Season, A Letter to the Future is exactly that. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, then please do give this video a like and give subscribe a little tappy tap. I will leave something cozy right here for you. Thanks everyone so much for all the recent support, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.